Good day, everyone. We want to discuss the topic we call quadratic equation. I know that many of you are finding quadratic equation very difficult, all right, but I'm here to make it to be as simply as possible to you. We have four methods of solving quadratic equation. We have formula method, we have completing the square method, we have factorization method, and we have graphical method. All right, but today we want to start with what? Factorization method. All right, but to start with, the equation we call quadratic equation is equation that has unknown raised to power 2. For example, you may have something like this. Can you see it? Then maybe something like this, maybe something like this. So it has unknown raised to power of what? 2. If it does not have unknown raised to power of 2, that means that it is not a quadratic what? Equation. Every quadratic equation must at least have one of the unknowns raised to power of what? 2. That is why it is called what? A quadratic what? Equation. All right, like I said, we have so many methods of solving that. But we want to start with what? Factorization method. So let's start with factorization method. Example 1 says solve x raised to power 2 plus 7x plus 10 equals to 0. All right, if you want to solve this, okay, let me write solution and bring down the question they asked us. We have this equation, x raised to power 2 plus, you have 7x plus 10, this. If you want to solve this, first of all, you consider this one that has power of 2 and this one that does not have power. Look at it here, close like this. Can you see it? This and this. What does this mean? This will multiply this. What you have here will multiply this. So x raised to power 2 times this, that will give us what? We have 10 x raised to power 2. Can you see that? I'll write x here. I'll write x here. That's, I will split this x raised to power 2. So I will ask myself a question. The two factors of 10 that when I multiply them together, I will get 10. When I add them together, I will get this middle one, this one. Can you see it? Two factors of 10. When I multiply them together, I will get 10. When I add them together, I will get what? I will get 7. All right. We have this one to be 2 and what? 5. Can you see it? 2 times 5 will give us what? It will give us 10. When you add them together, you get this. All right. So it is this two factors that you now use to replace this middle one. So we now have like this. We have x raised to power 2. We now write this one. This is positive. That means plus 2x. This is also positive. That is this. Then you now write what you have here, which is plus 10. Everything equals to 0. All right. When you say this plus this, it will give us the same meaning as this one. So we are using this now to solve. The first two you put in a bracket, the last two you put in a bracket. Look at the first two here. I'll put them in a bracket. All right. Can you see that? And this I'll put in a bracket. I have this plus I have this one. Then I'll try to open this to find out if it will have the same meaning as this one. Sometimes it may have different meaning. So you have to adjust it so that it will have the same meaning as this parent one. So this plus times this will give us this. This times this will give us this. So in this situation, it has the same meaning as this one. So I'll ask myself, what do they have in common? These two, they have x in common. I'll bring x outside. Then I have this x. Then this one, I have 2 left here. Plus, what do they have in common here? They have 5 in common. I'll write 5 here. Then this one has this, and this one has this. For you to be sure that you get this, that means that what you have inside this bracket must be equals to what you have inside this bracket. Anytime they are not equal, that means that you didn't get it. So like we can see, we have x plus 2, x plus 2. They are equal. That means that we got it here. So what you have outside, we collect in a bracket. We have like this, x plus 5. Then these two that are the same, just collect one. You have x plus 2 like this. Everything should be equals to what? 0. Can you see that? So equate this one to be 0, equate this one to be 0. All right, what do we have here? We have x plus 5. We say let it be what? 0. What do we have here? X plus 2. We say x plus 2, let it be what? 0. Can you see that? All right, this is plus sign crossing over here should be minus. you have 0 minus 5. That means that x is equals to what? Minus 5. Here, you have x crossing over here will give us minus. You have like this. So you have that x is equals to what? Minus 2. So that means that x is equals to minus 5 or minus 2. Can you see that? So that is how this can be solved. It is not difficult. Remember, this is Engineer Kenneth tutorial. Follow this page and share this video so that it will get to the right students that need to acquire this knowledge. Bye.